Hey guys, it's me, Michael. I got Turtle Beach headphones just so I can kind of hear the music or the sound here a little bit. So today I'm gonna play a little bit again. At the same time, I'm gonna kind of talk, kind of how I got to Bloom Church and where I'm at now. Okay, so I believe that when I went to Vancouver acting school, that kind of maybe that wasn't exactly where I was supposed to stay, which is why I couldn't find a job, which kind of sucks. I would have liked to stay there. It's a beautiful place. But anyways, so when I was over there, I had to ask my parents to send me some money so I could come back here. I just wasn't gonna make it over there, plain and simple. And which was a real bummer, but I'm here now, and I worked in construction for a few years, and then went to and then I worked for a different guy, Jeff Littlejohn, who LJ Construction, more so concrete based, and his wife mentioned that there's an agency in Regina, Edge Agency, which I am a part of. And I decided to try out for it. Now, it took forever to find a day that worked for Lisa and myself, which absolutely sucked. But when we finally did find a day that worked for us both, it was really good. And what we did, I think it was a Monday or a Tuesday. It was the day right after a holiday, anyways, in September, so right after Labor Day. And I went up, and afterwards, after having that meeting with Lisa Schwartz, I went to the mall because I was going to meet up with a friend of mine who never showed up. Whatever, not a big deal. Not too worried about it. And at that time, we didn't. Dang it. At that time, it kind of sucked because I had nothing to do. But it turned out not to be so bad. I met this girl there who I was talking with, and then from there we started going. We just talked, and she didn't message me, so I found her on Facebook, and I talked to her on Facebook. And then, I lost. And I found out that she went to this church, right? So I was waiting for my friend there at the mall in Regina for however long, and I ended up talking to somebody else who worked there. And then I started talking to her that following week, and found out that she went to this church called Bloom. Now, I needed to go to Regina anyways because my laptop, it broke, and I just kind of wanted to see if I could get that fixed. So I was like, okay, I'll go to Bloom as well. I was in the process of looking for a church that I could call my own anyways, so it wasn't that bad. The biggest deal was the fact that it was a long drive. It takes about 2 hours to drive there from where I was at, which was like the biggest downside to it all. But I started going to church there, and it was absolutely amazing. I fell in love with it the very first day, which you can't say about a whole lot of places just in general, right? And I've been going there ever since. And so it was a complete accident. I would have never probably gone to that church if I didn't go to Vancouver, come back and work for Jeff Littlejohn, who mentioned the Edge Agency to me, for me to have to wait at the Cornwall forever. So that probably would have never happened if it wasn't for me going to school there in the first place. And so out of a weird turn of events, it worked out very well. And now I go here. I go to Bloom Church. I started there September 23rd in 2015. Oh my goodness. I'm losing. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose. Oh. Oh yes. Oh, somebody's watching me. And I was going there for. I was there for a few. I'm wasting. Oh, go! He can't. He probably has 3 now. He probably already has 4. Here's the fireball. See, the things should still split once they are here, and I do not understand why they do not. And I am wondering why that stupid thing didn't go there. I'm seeing really heavy decks lately, and it makes no sense to me. Wow. Is that 2 games in a row I lost? Oh man, this is 126 gigs already? Or 1.28 gigs. That's a lot. Who's watching me? Oh, probably my cousin. And so I started going to Bloom Church. I got baptized there May 1st, as I mentioned to you, so it took 5 months. My uncle Neil, or Panson is what I call him, he came to see me. Yeah, it was my cousin. He came to see me get baptized and celebrate that with me, along with his wife Tina. And before I started going to church, I was looking for this. I was looking for a church, but I also felt quite uncomfortable going to a church. I was going through a lot of. I was going through like a tough time with myself, kind of spiritually, and it didn't really help that there wasn't a church around there that I felt was a place that I could really go to. Like, I don't know, that might sound really rude to like other pastors that I've tried going to. Oh, he's got fireball. Oh, oops. Oh well, it's just a game. And so just being able to go there and having this they still take 2 hits. Wow. So it's just really refreshing to get to where I'm at now. So it was weird when I first started going to Bloom back in September. I was only there for like a month. It was in October when Wizard 2 when Ali Beachy asked if I wanted to help us switch, and I said I would like to, but I lived so far away, it was difficult for me to do that. I lived, like I said, about 2 hours away. Sorry, I got really close to my light. I lived about 2 hours away, like I said, and to do that just was very difficult for me. And so I didn't do that, and I've been wanting to move to Regina since then, and he's going to have Valkyrie. But, there's absolutely no point in trying to split them. They never split, and so it just doesn't make sense. So I just got to get everything ready here to try to protect it for that Valkyrie that's coming in. Let's see. There's like absolutely nothing you can do. Oh, they do so much damage! Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. So I knew I needed to move to Regina. I wasn't exactly sure how, but I knew I needed to. And so I worked for Jeff Littlejohn for that whole time until I told him in July, maybe June, that my last days would be in September sometime, because I knew I needed to make that happen. If I didn't set a date, I wouldn't do that. So if I set a date, then I knew it was going to happen, and there was nothing I could do about it. And so September is what it had to be. I moved here, and it was for like a month and a half. I couldn't find a job. Oh, cool. For a month and a half, I couldn't find a job, and it absolutely eats at you at that point. The amount of jobs I applied for, and the amount of times it just starts eating at you. You feel unqualified for absolutely every job, every position, whether it's McDonald's or construction job. I could have worked at construction, but I wanted to kind of get out of that. It wasn't really somewhere I felt like I needed to be. And I helped the guy out every now and then just to kind of get by. I made $100 here, $100 there, just to do something in the meantime. And that was all right. And I also did a commercial. If any of you guys have me on Facebook, oh my goodness, go strong right away. If any of you guys have me on Facebook, you could probably check that out. Oh wow. You could see that a friend of mine shared it. It's not on YouTube or any other social media, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I guess it's understandable. It's a Houston Pizza commercial. It's called Moving Day. I don't know if it's ever going to be online or not, but if it is going to be at some point, then oh my goodness. If it is going to be then you guys have a way to take a look at it. Wow! Well played. And I didn't get paid for that till January, so I mean, it kind of sucked to not have a job for that long. I don't think you can place them on top of a tower, but they could fly over it. That's weird. And so finally I got this, I started walking around or driving around Regina to try to find a job. I'd walk in to apply to places. I asked my friend Randy, who used to deliver chips, if kind of how that worked and who to kind of contact about that. And well, I just click and I'm not really thinking, I'm just kind of doing. So that's not good at all. I can't do anything because I kept messing up. That was a bad play. Oh, that was so bad. And so that's near a whole bunch of dealerships, and I figured I'm here anyways. I might as well see if I can apply to some dealers. Wow. Might as well see if I can apply to some dealers. And so I did. I applied to... Oh my gosh. This is what it's going to be. Me trying to play and do this at the same time. This is never going to work. This is never going to work. Honestly. Honestly. Oh my gosh. Get in there! Get in there! He's gonna zap. And so I just walked into some dealerships. Look at that. If one of them was just on one tower, I probably would have gotten one. I walked into a whole bunch of dealerships, and I ended up getting a job at Taylor Toyota. And I've been working there since middle of October sometime, so about 3 months now. I've sold 3 cars, or 2 trucks and a Highlander, I guess. 2 trucks and an SUV. And so the journey there is pretty good. Kind of nervous when I'm going to be off a base, because I'm currently on a base. I'm on a guarantee. And I don't really know when that's up. It's all up to my manager to decide what he wants. And wow, aggressive. So now I know not to place my ice golem on that side. Let's place it on this side then instead. And oh wow. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Oh my goodness. My miner took care of that. I'm really gonna have to learn how to multitask. Yeah, it's up to my manager to decide when I'm off my base. And while I think I can do this without having to worry about that base. Right now in the wintertime, there's not a lot of people coming in, so it's kind of something I'm worrying about, even though I don't need to, I guess. Okay. I need to focus for a bit. Yes! You jumped onto that side. You jumped onto that side. Oh! I was lucky. Okay, that was luck. That was luck. Yes! Okay. Okay, I might be able to win this one. So I'm gonna do this. Okay. Start again with the 3 musks in the back. Okay, I'm okay with people fireballing the 2. I don't really see that as a big deal, because you're paying 9 elixir for 3 musketeers, so you're kind of averaging that at about 3 musketeers apiece. So if they fireball that side, they're using 4 elixir to do that. Oh, why did I do that? I'm not thinking. Oh no, I'm not thinking. Oh, they're so quick. Okay, he just uses fireball. Can I make this? Can I do this? Can I do this? Huh? Can I do this? Come on, come on, come on. That was a mistake, buddy. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. You made a mistake. I love it. Well played. Well played. Good luck. Wow. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Wow. So, it's quite nerve-wracking. So, 18 minutes is kind of, I guess, where I kind of want to be at. Just to kind of wrap it up. If you're watching this video and you're in the Regina area, you know a person who needs a vehicle, please come to me to kind of ease my mind off of that. That'd be fantastic. And if you don't know someone, then it's whatever. Keep watching, and I'm hopefully gonna get better at this, or I might just kind of make random things. If you guys want to see certain things, let me know. I'm gonna see what I can do. I have a few ideas going on in my head of what I could potentially be doing with my channel here. And my friend's probably going to join me in on that, so it might be a 2-on-2, 2-on-2, 2v1, 2v1000. I don't know. I'm thinking also of getting this thing so I can record my TV. So when I'm playing video games, we'll do that. And I don't know. I'll see where it goes. I'm not really good at video games. I'm not really that great at video games, so maybe this whole thing is probably just out of my loop. But I figure if I can learn how to multitask and talk about anything on there while I'm playing and being able to do it quite fluently, then I could do that. So this one I kind of talked about my journey from where I got to where I'm at now, and I guess my next one might get a little more detail about some things. Oh no, don't fall asleep. Okay, but kind of where I'm at now. I might talk kind of my journey with God. Like I said, I found a church here, and what led me to getting baptized, and I can kind of go from there, I guess. If you guys want to see certain things, or if you guys want me to talk about certain things, let me know. I will definitely take that into consideration. If it's super personal, maybe not right now. Maybe once I get a little more comfortable with all this, I might do it. So maybe 3 months from now, I'll kind of do anything. Kind of goes from there. So again, please, I will put my stuff down below about the channel subscription and Instagram and Twitter and stuff. I don't really post on there a whole lot. I'm gonna try starting up on that. And if you have any ideas, just let me know, please. I would love to just make my viewers happy. That'd be fantastic. So, thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow or the next day. I'll see you soon. Thanks.